Right off at the top of this video here, I'm going to talk to you about something called Audifort. Audifort, however you say it, Audifort. And you maybe saw this going around as well. I saw this going around with a video. It is a little dropper bottle. And I believe, if I can pull it up here for myself to see, it is a dropper bottle that has information on it about how it's going to help you with tinnitus or ringing in your ears. And there is some marketing that's happening on a website, audiosoothe.com, that I wanted to talk about because I noticed certain things with that. Apparently, it says healthy hearing supplement on the bottle. And if you order it a certain way, it comes with different bonuses. This is something that claims to have a 4.98 out of 5 review score based on 2,300 plus reviews, but I can't find any attribution for that. And so that makes big alarms, not little ones, and red flags go off in my head when I see a review score like that. The video that I saw, I'm going to walk you through some notes. So if you're looking for Audifort reviews and complaints, Audifort for tinnitus, Audifort ear ringing, I hope that you benefit from what I have to tell you. So on the audiosoothe.com website, it says that it's for tinnitus and ear ringing and helps with brain fog, headaches, fatigue, insomnia, and might lead, all those things, if you don't handle them, might lead to Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. So they're kind of like, in a way, like not fear-mongering, but are fear-mongering. And in the video above it, it says, scientists discover brain's mute button for tinnitus relief. They say as featured on USA Today, CBS, ABC, CNN, and Fox, but they never featured it. So that's not good. And they call it over and over again with quotes around it, the neural junction, like that has something to do with it. The person in the video who is later identified as Dr. Andrew Ross, tinnitus expert. So if you're looking around online for Dr. Andrew Ross, tinnitus expert, I hope that you found my video, claims that major universities have involvement, maybe Harvard, Yale, things like that. They don't say Harvard and Yale, I don't think. Maybe they do. But they mention universities, and those universities have nothing to do with this. They might tell me, hey, we didn't say they had anything to do with it. We just said they had research about tinnitus. Okay, but some people might get the impression that they had something to do with the product, and they don't. So I just want to make sure that's clear. My video is just here to inform. My name is Jordan Lyles. I'm a senior reporter for the fact-checking website Snopes.com. This is my personal YouTube channel. I come here on nights and weekends to help people out with different things I see online that maybe we don't have time for over there. So in the video, they demonize Big Pharma, which is not a big surprise. They do that in all these videos. They claim that the product is a solution that repairs the, quote, neural junction, unquote, to restore hearing, memory, and sharp, clear thinking. They mention the University of California, San Francisco, University of Iowa, and University of Auckland, New Zealand, but they have nothing to do with this. I'm not saying they said they did, but they mentioned them because they want to give the impression that, oh, look at these big universities, right? They have, like I mentioned earlier, a fake review score, comments, and one comment claimed that it cleared up their tinnitus in 6 weeks, but it's a fake comment on a page that I saw. And let's see, what else? I noticed that there are other websites. You probably saw these in Google search results, or maybe you did, not probably. There's one called andrewross-audifort.com, which was registered July 2025. And that website claims the product is FDA approved, and it's not. And it appears, in my opinion, to be created to prop up the product. And, and it's apparently non-existent Dr. Andrew Ross, tinnitus expert, which is not great. There's also Dr. Richard Terrier, tinnitus expert or doctor or whatever that I saw mentioned. And this person has a website, drrichardterrier.com, registered August 2025. I don't think this is a real doctor either, in my opinion. I think that website, drrichardterrier.com, was created to prop up the product so that if anyone searches for this, they'll find that. As was drandrewrosstinnitus.com, registered January 11, 2026, 2 weeks before I'm making this video. And that is not anything confirming that this Dr. Andrew Ross is real. It's a website that they want people to find to be like, oh, here's his website. He's a real doctor. But it looks like it's just a website to prop up the product. And the doctor is non-existent. And it's an actor they show in the video. In my opinion, that's what I'm seeing here. So, this Audi Fort thing, go see a doctor. There are so many different online marketing attempts to grab people's information, attention, not information, to go and order something. And whether it's going through a real page that's legitimate and or it's an affiliate going rogue, misusing the product, whatever, I want you to know that this product, I want you to go and see a doctor. I don't want you to order something that you waste weeks, months thinking it's going to have some sort of amazing miracle abilities based upon what you saw that was maybe endorsed by universities because you saw universities named or whatever else. And yeah, so I hope my information has helped you. I've made a bunch of videos here in a row, so I'm kind of stumbling and fumbling through my words and I'm out of breath. But I hope that I helped you. Like, comment, and subscribe. There is a join button down below. There's also a thanks button. If you have any sort of issue with tinnitus or ear ringing, and let's say you've been to doctors and they haven't helped you, and you might be saying to me in my comments in the future, well, Jordan, doctors are scams. Big Pharma is a scam. Whatever you want to think, going and seeing a doctor you haven't seen before to get more information, to see if you can get more help, is a much better practice than going and trying to receive help from something online that resembles, I'm just saying it resembles a lot of scams I've seen before. I'm not calling Audi Fort or Audifort a scam. I am saying, however, that the pitch video and everything else, which could be coming from an affiliate, might be a misuse of the product, whatever, on audisooth.com, has a lot of the same elements that I see that grab people and make them think that this is going to be something that's going to be amazing. It's going to be a miracle product, but in reality, it doesn't actually do anything. And then they have trouble getting their money back. And maybe a year down the road, they're like, oh, was that a scam? I'm not saying this is a scam, but I'm saying it has a lot of properties about, I look at a lot of these things, and this is just not something, in my opinion, that I would order. So I hope that you've received help from my video. Like, comment, subscribe, join button, thanks button. And do let me know if you did fall for any sort of online scam, if you bought this product, what you thought. And if you found a phone number on a website or whatever, I would be really interested to see exactly what you have to tell me. Thank you so much for watching.